Morning, gentlemen. How's everybody doing on this early morning Friday? Good God, month is over. Tomorrow's the last day of August, September 1st, Sunday. Jesus, where'd the time go? Well, you're looking at the progress I have so far. I got the whole back end on. What a job that was. Doesn't fit very well. Had a little problem there where it meets the paddle cover, and then that one over there is even worse. But I gotta see what it's gonna look like later on when I put the top part on. So we'll see what happens with that. I got my kitchen decks are in. That's what those. See what the ladders are? Those are called kitchen decks. There's one on either side. Oops. This thing's big. This is going to be a big boy, fellas. I got the kitchen deck up in there. That was a lot of work. Those all had to be cut. They had the wrong angles on them. Where they sat against this. Yeah, it's not... just don't go together like they say it goes together. I put this front deck on, and this whole back end took me all day yesterday. I worked on this thing from about 10 o'clock in the morning till about 9 o'clock last night. So that's all done. What else did we work on? Let me move this. Get this out of the way, boys. Oh, well, let's talk about this front piece. There's really no, what's the word I'm looking for? No contact points. There's none of these. There's none of these on the bottom. And this all just sat here. I had to put extra pieces here because they were just empty spaces. And I had to fix down here, but this was my fault. I put this in the wrong place. This should have been up a little more. No matter, it can be filled in. So I got to put a piece in here, right along here. But when you put this piece on, see all these things here? See all these ribs? I had to go and I had to cut every single one of them ribs down. And don't forget, there's a bow in this. This isn't just flat. This has a slight curve to it. I don't know if you can tell. You see the slight curve it's got to it? It's bowed in the middle. Yeah, so I had to cut these. I had to cut these ribs with that bow in mind. Because this whole thing practically sat about a quarter of an inch above this. This thing was about a quarter inch. I don't know, maybe not a quarter inch. But it was damn near close to it. 3/16 of an inch maybe. Somewhere around there. So I had to go, and yeah, what a fun project this was. Trying to get these all cut so that they touch. Still touched, but yeah, it was just a nightmare. I ended up, I cut this end on, taped it down, and then I just went and looked and marked and looked and marked, and what a pain in the ass. And luckily, you got this big thing here. The whole top of this right here, you can glue to. So that was one good thing. But trying to get these things so that they were all, what a pain in the ass, guys. What a pain in the ass. Not for the faint of heart. It's just not. You can't put this together the way the directions tell you to. I'm finding that out real quick. So But anyway, alright, we got that done. Other things we worked on, I had to make new anchors. Because the ones that came with the kit, the end parts here were like only half formed. They look like crap. It was plastic. They would just look like crap. So I took one of these things in here. I don't know if you can see it. I took one of these and I took a small piece of aluminum tubing. I cut the anchor, the shaft off the anchor, drilled into it so that this little ring here would fit into it, and that's what I ended up with. So those got fixed. I got the pilot house all done. Pilot house is all done. There's the pilot house. This is another thing that cannot be put together the way they tell you. See where I got, in the first place, the little stove that they give you. Hang on a minute, guys. Here's the little stove. Here's the inside. Here's the inside of the pilot house. In the first place, this little stove, the piece of pipe that it came with, didn't even come through the top of the top of the pilot house. It barely came through it. So I'm like, well, what the hell good is that? I'm gonna have to put a piece in. And then they wanted you to glue the stove into the pilot house and then put the top on. Well, how the hell are you gonna know where to glue the stove? There's no markings in there. There's no place to say, where the stove goes. So if you don't put it in there right, when you go to put your roof on, it ain't going over the stack. So I just left it. I left it like this, to be honest with you, because personally, that could be used for a little jewelry case, and I think that's how I'm going to leave it. So I just, there we go. So I dressed it up a little with the copper. Those are just copper nails that I cut the heads off, drilled in, glued them. So there's that. Oh, and then the stacks. I'm doing something different with the stacks than they want you to. This is what they give you. You get 3 of these. 3 of these, okay? And they want you to take thread. You're supposed to take thread and put thread across the tops of these, all the way around. There's four pieces. And then they come down here. Well, yeah, no. I guess it's supposed to replicate metal because those are braces. Those are braces to hold the stacks together. And I just did not like. I tried the first place I couldn't get the line on those things, and it just looked crappy. It looked really crappy. So I'm like, those are braces. So you know what? We're going to change it up. We're not going to put those in. I put in some copper rod, copper tubing. And that's how it's going to stay. I like that look. Yeah, that's how it's going to stay. Nice and simple. Yeah. So that's how we're going with that one. So that's where I am. Bunch of painting today. Got everything taped up last night so I can paint the windows, and then I can start putting this top piece on here. Start putting that on. Yeah, and then I'm running out of time, but the stairway, yeah, what a lot of fun that was. I had to cut these railings. These railings came in one piece. Yeah, well, good luck with that. So I'm running out of time, boys. On the next one, I'll talk a little bit more about that, but have a good day. Nice weekend. Good Labor Day. Peace out.